Well, hello everyone. I wanted to take a brief opportunity here to give an update on the meeting that we had here at Michael Boparai's pivot field this Tuesday. I guess that would have been the 17th of March here. Rather than write up the notes in a summary minutes kind of a way, let me just do this video update to everyone and share some of the discussion points that we had and some of the directions that I think it seems like Michael's working on and considering for the coming season here. Today's actually Thursday the 19th. I had to go back up to Davis today, coincidentally, to do another meeting with some folks about another pivot project. But just wanted to share with you what the discussion was focused on our meeting on Tuesday. The people who were at the meeting, Michael, first of all, hosted us here at his field. Brenna Agater was here, Dan Schuler, and I was also here. Gene was not able to come to that meeting. He had a conflict there, and Danny Ramos and Jonathan Guido were unable to come as well there, but they're going to try to get up here in the coming couple of weeks here. So we'll try to set up a meeting with Michael and Danny and Jonathan so they get a chance to see the field and to learn about some of the plans here. Okay, in general, you can see that there's been a little work here done already since the last time we were out in the field here. So this, as you can see, is it was an existing alfalfa field that has had some disking and just about all of it. There's one area over there that's yet to be disked there. But at this point, Michael's plans, if I can summarize them as the following. He's going to continue with the land preparation here over the coming couple of weeks here. And the intention that he's going to pursue is to actually go circular beds. So he would have the GPS tractor coming in to put out circular beds around the middle of the pivot all the way out to the edge here. So that's one outcome that has come out of his planning there. The second thing would be with regard to the planting or the transplanting date. He's shooting for the 1st of May. So that's another thing I just want to update folks on. If you're interested in, we'll try to have some kind of a meeting out here either before then or right at the transplanting time there to let those of you who are interested in, if that's okay with Michael, I guess, first of all, but I'm guessing that would be okay. So 1st of May will be the transplant date that they're targeting now. The next thing, and I'll walk up to the pivot a little closer here and show you some of the details here. What this pivot has is on all the spans except the innermost span and a little bit of the second innermost span, 5-foot drop hose spacings there. So the intention would be to use those hoses for irrigating each bed essentially there, or with that kind of a configuration there. This next point would be to use the LDN spray pattern plates that are on the nozzles right now to start off the season here. So that's the third point that I can summarize here. And then later on, if it comes into play, to use the bubblers or the water being directly applied right into the furrows there. So later on in the season there. So we all talked about the importance of staying on irrigation management scheduling early season to make sure there's enough water in the soil profile. And then I think that's about as far as we got in the discussions there. But let me show you some of the other things on the system when I move over there in a minute there. So again, for all of you who are interested in this project, it is extremely exciting, and a lot of folks that are trying to contribute their best ideas to the effort here. And I want to thank everyone on behalf of the little team that Michael's allowed to work with him to do this. So it's been a great opportunity, Michael. We really thank you for allowing this to happen and sharing with us here. Okay. Okay, so once again, this pivot is laid out that Pat Murray and John Bliss, when they set up the pivot here, with 5-foot drop hose spacing here, and the idea would be to use these spray pattern plates to start off the irrigation there. So that's the plan there. And I think Dan was suggesting or made the point for Michael's consideration on that inner span and a little bit of the second innermost span. The spacing is not every 5 feet. It's a little bit wider apart there, so there may be some adjustments that are going to be needed to get 5-foot spacing on those, and maybe open up some of the other plugs that are on the top of the pivot pipe there for those there to accommodate the 5-foot spacing there. But that's the general plan. Okay, again, most of you, if not all of you, have seen what I'm talking about the plates here. This is the LDN plate here. The water comes out of that blue nozzle right there and hits the spray pattern plate and goes off in jets from all directions around there. So that's what he's going to start with here for the early part of the season. We also talked about getting access for Michael to the CIMIS, California Irrigation Management Information Service or System, CIMIS, and getting him and his crew there access to that weather data. So that might be a good source of information that he can have in terms of irrigation scheduling and making sure that he's on top of the demand. So this is what the field looks like. We're here just north of Walnut Grove, California, and in this new field that will have tomatoes this year. A quick word about the soil condition or soil type here. Gene Meow forwarded to all of us his investigations about the actual soil map or the soil type here, and there is a lot of clay here. Brenna looked at it when we were having the meeting there, and this is I think we all should look at that information a little bit more closely as well there, so that we understand the intake characteristics here. But you can feel it, and it is definitely a lot of clay here.